Okay, so it's basically whatever time we have left is free time for whoever wants to read. And the only one among our regular group that's here that hasn't read yet is Candace. Do you have something to share with us tonight?
I can look through my portfolio to find out anything.
All right, you want to come up? That is her. Okay, so please welcome Candace Renee Perkins to the stage. Oh, we got to wait till she finds something. All right, does somebody have something quick they want to do?
Oh, I have one about love that I wrote down.
All right, you do one, and I'll do one. How's that?
Okay. I go first? Okay, I'll be first. All right, this is not mine. I would love to take credit for it, but it's Edna St. Vincent Millay. Love is not all. It is not meat, nor drink, nor slumber, nor a roof against the rain, nor yet a floating spar to men that sink and rise, and sink and rise and sink again. Love cannot fill the thickened lung with breath, nor clean the blood, nor set the fractured bone. Yet many a man is making friends with death, even as I speak, for lack of love alone. It well may be that in a difficult hour, pinned down by pain and moaning for release, or nagged by want past resolution's power, I might be driven to sell your love for peace, or trade the memory of this night for food. It well may be, I do not think I would.
Okay, so thank you, Mary Kate. That's good. Love poems are always good, and I decided to come up again and let Larry take a picture of me, because I've been taking pictures of all our poets, and what invariably happens is when you're the cameraman, you never get a picture of you. So I'm letting Larry get one of me while I'm up here. So I'll do my Daisy poem again real quick while we're waiting for Candace. I did this yesterday, and it's a short one. It's about living in the city. I grew up in Los Angeles, California, the big city. So this is the sad story of a lonely inner city flower, the solitary existence of a daisy, insignificant amid the towering concrete and glass structures and midtown shuffling pedestrians. I live, virtually unnoticed, my sturdy stem struggling up through the crack of a weather-weakened crease of the seemingly never-ending squares of this man-made walkway. My delicate yellow petals hungrily reaching for the sun, undisturbed except by the passing gusts of swirling city dust on their way to settling in dark corners of trash can cluttered alleys. Oh no, watch out. Thwack! A passing foot kicks me into oblivion. Okay, so now please welcome Candace.
Perfect.
All right.
I do a lot of really short stuff. I'm not a very elongated writer. But, so, I work full-time. I'm a manager in a restaurant. A lot of my poetry comes from me kind of getting out my frustrations of the day. So here's one from, it looks like 2 nights ago I recorded it. I smell like salt and gas every night before I go to sleep. My day, consisting of people eating and drinking, makes me tense and weep for my personal identity lying dormant behind the apron stain. I am not a waitress. I am a beautiful body boasting proudly my accomplishments and capabilities of being washed fresh from grease every time I rush into flowing waters. My uniform says, I am submissive, but yea, I am more assertive than you think. I can refuse your commands and demands throughout the day. My life goes beyond my job title, and dear, yours does too. How funny I think it would be to judge from you, your career and financial options. That's what defines your very being. I hope to catch a softer side while I watch you eating.
Thank you, Candace. That was nice. So how much time do we have left? Anybody know?
It is 6:42.
6:22. Okay, so we got about a half hour. 6:42. Okay, so let me do a couple of love poems. How's that? Like a wet rainbow. Oh, to see the potential of who you are inside. What a flower, what a rose, what a fragrance it could be. To see the colors of you sparkle, shine, drip all over like a wet rainbow. The layers, the coats could keep me warm forever and could beat the hours of time and the rustiness out of my breath. And this is a newer one. I wrote this last month. This is called In the Catching. You look to me like somebody throwing up roses, a prescient and perceptive human being. You look to me like someone who doesn't do poses, a peachy-skinned presence of fascination. I catch your alluring demeanor, the glow of your wondering gaze, your fetching yet spare inclination to sing. It shines through my wallowing haze. I wonder what brings you to center, to spring up and be at this moment we're in. I hope in this catching you'll let me slip up to the magic that swallows your sin. Okay, love poetry is always good, right? All right, so Andrew, you have one for us, right? Josh, what do you think? You got something? All right, but the question is, will Mo do something? I've already asked. Okay. Mo. Come on up, Mo. You're up. Yeah, you're up. There is no doubt about it. So for those of you who don't know, we have an open mic reading Tuesday nights at Cush Cafe every Tuesday, and a lot of the regular group is here tonight. We have so much fun there, and I'm so glad they're all here to join me. So let's welcome Mo.
Right, maybe there.
There you go.
I feel really young because I don't usually do like this, and I wasn't planning on reading. So I'm going to read off my phone. It's kind of fun. I know. But if I can see it. Sharing the bike path. I walk along the river path on early summer mornings, wearing comfortable shoes and a slow grin. I pass old women in golf hats and beige capris, and old men with frozen scowls propelled by black arthritic dogs, all moving the opposite direction, no eye contact, try as I might, as if zombies trapped on people movers at the airport. Holding lightly on the leashes of my two small dogs, I breathe in slowly, forcing relaxation, and I focus on the river, the trees, the squirrels, for Gracie's sake. Serenity is reaching toward me through openings in the branches. I see her prism light as if filtered, misted air at the country fair, silent and soothing on my skin. Breathe in, release, repeat. Whoosh! Ferocious bike wind whips us roller derby close. Irritation jerks my stomach juices and hurls them around my gut like Dorothy's house in the original Wizard of Oz. I tighten my hold on the leashes, less zen, now more defensive. My face contorts, ready to dissolve and slide into itself. Still, I'm determined to maintain my pace, and I gravitate toward calm. Whoosh! Whoosh! I startled and jump. My reaction scares the dogs, who scoot in tiny circles, racking around my feet. My teeth grind, my nostrils swell, my nose goes all Polish large. My poor dogs are now victims as I gather them in chokeholds. They are as bewildered as children who are backdrops during their parents' fights. I release my death grip so that they can breathe. Zen is escaping from me like the air from a quickly deflating balloon. Whoosh! I scream, on your left, dude, after Helmet Man, who never looks back, freaking on your left. I want to stomp and flail. Instead, I'm a crazy woman mumbling to her dogs. Not that hard. One syllable, just left, or a finger on your bell. Come on. It's a dog walk war zone out here. Seriously, how hard can it be? On your left, left. It's easy breezy, right? For sanity's sake, if not serenity's sake. On your left, I murmur. I stand still for a moment and imagine sprinting after Bicycle Helmet Man, only slightly out of breath. I reached out to tap him on the shoulder. He glances over, surprised, and without a word or any warning, because apparently warnings are a luxury on this bike path, I gather up all my frustration and, spinning it around with cartoon fury, I punch him right in the center of his smug, expensively helmeted, headphone encased, and very startled face. Zen is returning. Visualization is really satisfying. A helpful tool to center one, indeed. I steal the smile from the Cheshire cat as tranquility insulates me and begin to hum, add words to my sing-song chant. Ding dong, the biker's gone, that dumbass biker's gone. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Mo. That was awesome. So this will be our last announcement for the night. Then we'll bring up the last few readers. We have sponsors who really helped to bring this together, who helped the Poetry Stage happen this year. So I want to thank a few of them. Arrowcloud Press, that's my publishing company. We're the main sponsor. United Rentals donated the generator, which you can't even hear out here, but is providing our sound system. They donated it for the whole weekend, so that's pretty cool. Tsunami Books, Sundance Natural Foods, Capella Market, Baja Fresh, New Zone Gallery, Sweet Life, Starbucks, Trader Joe's, Bijou Metro, Killer Burger, Barnes & Noble, Hot Mama's Wings, Mezza, Lane Forest Products, Full City Coffee. They all helped out, and yeah, isn't that great? So, but some of the main stuff they did was they donated gifts for our raffle. We are doing a raffle drawing to help a wonderful local cause, the OSLP Arts and Culture Program, who brings arts and culture to disabled people in our community. This is a donation raffle. Any donation will get you an entry form. You do not need to be present to win. As long as you fill out the entry form, great prizes. We're going to have multiple drawings with multiple prizes in each drawing. So the prize list is over there. You can win great stuff, so donate a little something and help a local cause, all right? That's it for the PSA announcements. We have enough time, I think, for Andrew to do one. Josh, Mary Kate. You guys, you might have to close because you can keep going while we're like shutting down. You know, you can roll it. All right, so we'll start with Andrew, then Mary Kate, then Josh, then Tom and Banana. All right, so Andrew, you're up. So hopefully these won't be super long ones. If we go a little over, I don't care, as long as we're packed down before dark. All right, welcome, Andrew.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to do this whole thing, actually, because it is pretty long and I was really stoned. But it's entitled, Why Buddha Parties. Buddha parties because he doesn't trust the monasteries. Everybody reads and does the same things over there. And they all shave their heads and wear funny robes. Buddha likes the feeling of having been around the block a few times, making nirvana not just a mind state, but also a skill. Parties are where the people are, and where the people are open and altered, so it seems a good time to ask important questions. Buddha likes to go to parties and pose questions such as, are good and bad equal? Does one ever finally trump the other? Or does one win slowly over time? And is that what we would call progress? And what is regress? If people can get better and worse with no sure promise of their final state, then how about history? Do thoughts more arise from feelings, or do feelings more arise from thoughts? And if thoughts come after, can we add thoughts to those thoughts to change how we feel? And if we can change how we feel by our thoughts, what relationship does that have to what is real? I mean, that is what we say we are trying to feel, right? We want to feel what is real, but if our thoughts can change how we feel and we are trying to feel what is real, then is real more real than our thoughts? And how should we feel about that question? What source would we look at to find the answer? I suppose we would look to how we feel. And how should we think about that question? Should we feel while we are trying to think? And if it is a dance, then who should lead? And to not be biased, should we let them take turns while we judge them? But how would we judge them? Except to feel and think about what we are feeling and thinking. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, that pretty much says it, huh? Mary Kate. Oh, you have one on a stand. She's got it all set up. Look at this. Bring it up.
Thank you. That's good, yeah. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Just so you know, thinking feels good. So go ahead and think. This poem is dedicated to all of the strong, independent women I have met since I moved to Whitaker, which is a really nice place. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion, becoming the wild women we all are meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker will not pick up your dirty underwear. We have dirty underwear of our own. But we will sing you to sleep when you're low, when your back is aching, when your aching is back. Soft melodies lilting through the air, spinning a tale that takes you away. velvet oasis, killing your cares with kindness. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker have come here to heal themselves, to heal their families, their lovers, their communities, knitting together tattered threads of self, rediscovering the child inside of me, the child inside of you, rediscovering the childish glee that is our natural state. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker do not need you to approve their look, to approve of the perfect rip in the perfect spot of those perfect leggings on those perfect legs that come in every shape and size, just long enough to reach the ground. And don't ask me to shave. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker walk the streets at night unafraid, or maybe just a little afraid. For in the shadows, and at the park, and down by the riverside, the broken children of man's decay live desperately, replaying the unfinished business of broken families, of broken promises. The world's broken children come to Whitaker, seeking something sweetly soothing, seeking the source of their own divinity. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker have their work cut out for them. Have a rare opportunity, an opportunity to be the voice, the face, the heart of kindness. As our community begins to move forward to heal the broken children of man's decay with our gardens and our chickens and our cider presses, with our art studios and our bike programs and our free piles, we look around and discover that the wild women of Whitaker are already leading the way. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. Thank you.
Yeah, wild women!
And we love you, wild women of Whitaker. Man, I do believe Mary Kate wrote that poem specifically for the festival, right? Yeah, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so Josh, before I call you up, I'm going to sneak one in, just a little one. All right, this is a short rhyme about writing a rhyme, okay? Just sitting here writing a rhyme and thinking, I can't do it. But as soon as I get past the fear, then I just get to it. And it flows much the same as before, when I've come to what seems a locked door. And I think, this is surely the end. But the door opens up once again. Fear tells me I've nothing to say. Yet here I am once again on my way to completing this line just in time to finish another short rhyme. Thank you. Josh, come and give us some of your mojo. I don't know. I won't tell.
Wild woman.
Mary Kay, put it
Wild
away.
woman. Wild women.
Yes, sir.
Through this tent.
You want me to leave?
No, you can stand directly behind me if you wish.
Just don't make monkey ears.
No bunny ears, no bunny ears. Okay. I had a request some time ago from my good friend Mo to read Trains Make Love, and I did. And you weren't there, so I read it again, and you weren't there again, so finally I get to read it twice now. But I'll start off with something amusing and delightful. My mother, God bless her, thank you, Mom, she wrote a poem called I Drank a Bug. I drank a bug. It was mixed up in the ice. It was just a little bug, but it wasn't all that nice. It was either drink the bug or throw away the drink. So if your thoughts are like my thoughts, then you think like I think. Now, if this happens to you and he's floating in your mug, be a man and swallow him. It's harder on the bug. Good old Mom. One of the things that I'm trying to do, and this is kind of weird, I write a lot of limericks, because limericks come trippingly to the tongue of the English language. Da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. You know, you want to do that. So I thought, well, I'm going through a divorce, so I'll write a divorce limerick. They're not funny. So I wrote a divorce limerick that goes, divorce is an unfunny topic. Your viewpoint is always myopic. You try to pretend that the torment will end, but your feelings are rather flip-floppic. Moderately amusing. Okay. Trains make love. Lying in bed, my apartment next to the tracks, the trains make love. Bam! Crash! Scree! Kaboom! They are not subtle about it. Though it is always in the dark, behind a fence. Maybe they think we can't hear them. Maybe they can't help themselves. Oh, to be a freewheeling train, slamming together in the dark with some gaudy boxcar or elegant tanker. Bam, crash, but with less metallic and without the screeching brakes. So since I'm repeating ones. Oh, Uncle Millard in the darkness. That was I can't do that. No, it's too heavy. Too heavy. But I wrote this back in Yuma, Arizona, back in the late Pleistocene, as I recall. It's sort of to me it's the. I found that I had printed this out several times, which tells me that I wanted myself to read it. I've read it already today. Maybe Mo hasn't heard it. Maybe other people haven't heard it. It's called Tai Chi in Snowshoes. Tai Chi in Snowshoes comes on when my flaming arrows do not fire, when too many ball bearings escape from my skateboard, when my fragile flower storms delicately through the thoughtless concrete to find itself in a pile of dog shit. In these bleak moments, underscored with the thin gray laughter of the cosmically humorous, I feel a need to collapse and simultaneously feel that all movement has intonations of order. So this flamed out, wobbly flower becomes Tai Chi in Snowshoes, and I move into the ordered movements as if for the first time. Tai Chi in Snowshoes. There is no snow. There are no snowshoes. There isn't even any winter. There's only Tai Chi. And I'll turn it over to Steve here, who will then introduce the last Tom and Banana. All right.
Yeah, thank you so much, Josh. Thank you, everybody that read today. And before I turn it over to our final poets tonight for some of their special improv that we'll get from Tom and Anna Banana. I just want to thank everybody for coming today. It's been a wonderful event today. I hope you'll come out tomorrow for a little more poetry here. I will be here from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. We're also having a youth poetry event tomorrow from noon to 2, K-12 readers getting up here and waxing poetically from noon to 1:20. And then from 1:20 to 2 p.m. we have a middle school ukulele band of 15 kids that are going to play for you till 2 o'clock. and then more of our fun poetry reading from all your local poets here. So thanks again for coming, and I'm going to turn it over for our final, probably about a 5 minute or less, if you guys can possibly do that. They could go till it's dark, but we're going to just let them run and see how they feel, and come on up, Tom and Anna Banana, to send us on our way. Thank you all again. All right, so Tom, I got to get you.
Just go ahead. Perfect.
You can put iPhones on these easels. That's good. That's fine. I can adjust.
I'm good. We could start with how I started my day today. I woke up in a tent, and I worried about my rent. And then I rubbed my eyes, and then I put on my disguise. I put on some makeup today, and because I hiccuped more than usual. And then I wanted to wonder what rhymes with usual, like boogers I Jacob eats. I know it's very true. It's good for your immune system. It keeps it going with you. If your favorite color is something like sky blue, today's not your day because Eugene's mostly gray.
Then I see so that everybody looks like Spin Brooks.
Oh, right, from Ohio. Well, they're from Ohio. That's whole state's on fire, and same with California and Washington. But then Oregon is just the one that just hires all the smoke. Something's up in Eugene, why it's always smoky all the time. I can't say they're always here, but we're not always there either. It's not what we thought happily ever after. Stuck on my God. There's some bad words in there, so I'm not gonna say that. Touch my public, just touch my husband, like popping up in public with tassels of hay, but it's not a popular night. Hit bowl, and not gonna go cheap till I drop, making us sweat however you want to do multiple. That's just different kinds of part of body. That has to be okay. The different types of parts of body, that has to go in different speed. Actually, one could just go at slower than the other, but that's kind of hard to do. So hey, say, what do you do any day? Put your legs behind your head? Wow, that's really whack. Hey.
I see so that everybody looks Aspinicula, Brux, Nuck, Nilium, neither is what she smiles, Holvents, crush up your luck, Brit, hot, hold a mountain, hoard a mountain, moisten, don't touch my boobs in public, don't touch my Houston like popping up, I'm probably in public with something, but go ahead, but I thought it popular, right nipple, but not by the cheap, I can drop aerial till it's not what we thought, happy after. Stop on God, suck, fuck, suck a duck, suck, ha, we don't touch my boobs in public, don't touch my Houston like pooping up in public, probably up with sour stuff, but nipple till it's different actually speed, one can never, you're killing it crew, and you crew, and it's tied, cod, diamond, dogs, live, follow her to school, and blah, fuck you, blah, I'm yes, 50 before leaving the country, wow, look here in the world are playing out. They're hanging out like so you can't check this out with Sam down to ass. They're probably watching years. We're going. We never went chase it yesterday. Coog, cog, bracket, tag, crack, lick, kill, tick, crack, chickerick, grill, scout, propeller, after frog, home breeze, drew.
Scattered like scrambled eggs, scramble on, hey, whoa, every day, every night, we put up some kind of fight, with our words. words with our hugs and better than drugs anyway. So escape to where you are. Just escape to where you are. Don't be a dick. I just tell you what you want. I'm an artist, but I'll be alright.
Ever stuck? Oh my God! Suck, fun, fuck right. You have a phone right. Here's with iPhone, and there it has to be. We knew what it was last time. It feels this thing is my pocket. You want to do. You want to do. You want it. You how to have it
I want
do.
To do something.
No, you who was texting me there last night.
Like
it was not like right to me. It was white, Wiley. How?
It's not the future. It's not the future. It's not the
Nuts.
present.
How are your nuts so telling?
Friend, but it's
Yet
just
crispy
peanuts.
Potato
All
for
you need
free
is
for a
peanuts
gun.
rather
The
than meat.
Opa,
That's nuts.
stop it.
Oh,
Stop
keep
it.
going,
Jack
keep
it,
going.
jack it,
It's all
jack
good,
it.
Jack.
How it, the
Just keep
food out
going.
here is
Come on,
crazy.
Jack, grab it.
Shopping, hugs,
Hop,
hugs,
hop,
hits,
hop, hop.
hudgeons.
Don't
Stop, knope,
It's
dick,
like a chicken
knots,
goes
knock,
stop,
deck,
stop,
stop.
Who's-
Bras.
What's a chicken's favorite composer? Bach.
Born stomach, doorth, whole leg, home, lol, out, laugh out loud. The new fact that you can be used for this. Here to get my nails done tomorrow, and then the first place I have no clue who you are, because both be like no equal tool T. You are so funny when the people laugh and laugh as laughter is not even there. Baja brush troje, kurher mir homa sona lu necessity
This makes
sculpted.
sense to me.
Brain
That's true.
lobes in her of how she
Nonsense
bellies
makes
up
the most
those
sense, if
toes.
only in this
Downward
world.
in, please, prose,
How many dimensions
digest,
are here?
brokerage,
How many you can digest?
shut bin, down,
How many
banana,
can
Anna, and
concoct?
Sanana, Santa, Anna, Wana, nasty,
whoa, that's
Tombana,
rhymes like
Danyard,
Anna.
fear, darn,
Is that
barn,
my name?
fist,
I
hog,
didn't give
barn,
myself that name, that's for sure.
bread,
But all you need is love, really, so you could just talk over your friends all the time, and it becomes a little nice to wet, and just let it go, let all the suspicions go, let the water flow, let the water fall, let it go.
Mode,
I've never seen a waterfall nowadays. To me, they mostly look all dried up. I wonder
altered
why.
somas topen. Waster parties aren't wasted.
Let the
Buddha
concerns go.
party.
Let the
darn
concerns go.
aren't
When you're on stage and the color's
bastard.
blue, you're just so reminded by your old friend Stephen Blue. Shout out what? There we go. Very nice.
Yeah.
Laugh as you laughter is not even
Bad
there.
or good.
In her house she
slower
bellies up,
over
shows eyes downward
time,
and
droned out
freezes.
regresso.
Yeah. Means a whole of a lot questions. Deal, let your men cran dance, draw, let them feel. And two okay? Two okay. Boobs, beer, broom flows, dear star, ghoulish whore. Honduraxia, Schreiner, don't you coke to proven. Moon of the whiz with the wonder you love. Wooler fluke and me no rigamoo. And more nothing mo, no nothing mo, nothing more. More mug on in the brush. Mix through the thought mechanism. Real on a hardcore super hug. Super limerick is so lyrical and comical, even if you don't agree with these trees that want to make love as we can't keep our free cells from these. Why is your demand out of the whopper cropper?
Hooler showed me more time snow so.
No more time, we gotta go.
Taishi more dosher to scale stelvin more millennia prom scrix. Nothing like nuttin' on your mom's muffins.
Okay, who was paying attention? What'd they say? How dare you?
Poetry in stereo.
Absolutely. So, more uniqueness at the poetry stage. Thank you all again. Hope to see you tomorrow. Good night. Go home.